someone here who has had to go through a separation from their heart to truly realize that what they desire the most is not a separation, it's that love in their heart. Someone who's had to go through choosing the wrong ones is what's coming through, so they can finally clearly see the right one more than ever. I'm hearing the heeding the call. Okay, King of Wands. Yeah, this is someone who they were so stuck when it came to their ego. But I think it was because they were being pulled back by, yeah, okay, so we've got the Page of Swords as well. They had almost like this idealist image in their mind of what they wanted and who they were craving and desiring, that kind of thing. Temperance, Eight of Wands, yeah, it's been a while. That's that separation energy. It's been a while. I think this is someone who actually, this is why the heeding the call was coming through. They know what they want now, or who they want as well. You know, they're seeing who the right one is, whether it's actually characteristics, that kind of thing. But they're seeing this clearly. And this has been it's been a process of arrival. They've had to really learn how to balance their internal worlds, you know, their head and their heart. And they've also had to release, I'm hearing like attachments to the material world, okay? So again, this could be almost like a false mask that they had on for the world. And also just, I think that they've been almost like stuck in watching from afar what they truly desired, whereas their world that the choices they were making were not in alignment with that. Got the Lovers at the bottom of the deck as well. Tower has come out. Okay. Yeah, I think this is someone who's had many ego deaths. It's felt like their world has collapsed around them. Their identity has... The thing is that identity was not aligned with their soul's truth for a long time, but it's what they had become used to. They'd even become so used to putting on this performance for others, you know. And that's the part of them that had to be justice. Yeah, that's the part of them that they had to really walk away from, remove, because whatever it is that's like they've gone through a lot of destruction, like I said, ego deaths, and it's because they've been so stuck on these idealist ways that it was almost like a reckoning that was divinely orchestrated. You know, I think this might have been someone who'd been given opportunities to see things more clearly, but it's like that ego was so strong. Okay. But, you know, with this new information they're gathering, too many cards, that was the Sun as well. With this new information they're gathering, the insights that they're gaining, you know, the awareness, they're really wanting to move forward with that insight now. Okay. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, King and Queen of Wands. That's it, as they want to move forward. So I think that that's them following their heart's truth now, that passion in their heart. Okay. But they're still healing through something. There's still something that they're carrying the heavy weight of, that they're still healing through. They're still trying to balance whatever this is. The World has come out with the Eight of Wands, so they truly are closing out cycles. I'm hearing multiple, for multiple to open. Okay, Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, right? So it's not like they're just numb to it. They're not numb to that emotion now. Okay, they're not avoiding it, or, you know, thinking that it's better to like disregard it, you know, that ego again. They've changed that perspective. Yeah, look at this, Eight of Swords. When I say they were trapped in that ego space, it's not, this is part of the thing that they're trying to heal through. They're trying to release the baggage of, okay, because I do think that there's been a lot of limiting belief systems as well that have been supported by whatever they've been accumulating over their journey, you know. So maybe they did get a lot of accolades, you know, a lot of external maybe validation, that kind of thing, you know, reasons for their ego to stay put firmly, you know. And I think that's exactly why these towers have been coming through, because it's not just one thing that they've had to release, it's multiple. I think they've had a devil on their shoulder. Okay, so we just had the Ace of Pentacles come through as well. So again, this is that justice energy is coming through. So once someone's releasing these ways of like materialism and or just being stuck with that, that it has to be this way, no other way. The understanding actually that divine justice has been taking place on them for their favor, for them to clear out these ways so that they can have this beautiful brand new beginning that's stable and from the heart. Something about that heart is so important for this energy. Okay, it's been blocked off for a while, I think. Yeah, they're learning about their inner child. Whatever happened when they were a child, they're learning about that. Also, Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so it could be something to do with, that sexual energy. It's been coming through over the past couple of readings as well, okay? So there's something about that they're really learning. They're no longer wanting to be stuck in that mindset or stuck by those emotions that were stuck within their system. So they couldn't move forward. They're also recognizing the experiences that they had from up to this point that have been led by that kind of energy that was their ego, right, fueling them, avoiding the pain, the mask. They're really seeing this. It's almost like 100 miles an hour, the way that the information is being received. There's someone who learns quickly, they'll pick things up quickly. So when they're reading something, it'll be something they'll remember, that kind of thing. Energy, strength. Okay. I'm pretty sure I said it was the sun earlier. I think it might have been strength card that was flipped over and too many cards. Again, Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Someone's giving them strength, this energy that they're seeing, that divine feminine. Because I'm getting the King of Wands here. Now the Queen of Wands keeps coming through. So I feel like, again, it could be that alchemy within you. But also, I think that this is the thing that they're trying to gain that strength of. As I said, they're still carrying some kind of heavy load that they're alchemizing. They're learning how to remove that ego so they can be more vulnerable in their approach, and also just with their truth, because I think there's something about their truth that has more than meets the eye, right? More to reveal than I think anyone is aware of, and this is what they want to really communicate. But I also feel like they want to show up, that ego that they've had, that mask where they've had, maybe I'm hearing bravado, and fake bravado, but actually they want it to be their reality. They do want to be able to show up, too many cards, properly, I think they want to hone in on this divine energy, and that's what they're learning. That's the process that they're going through right now. Oh, 2 of Cups, and then the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And that's with the 8 of Wands. That's really beautiful. I think that someone also has prying eyes, and I think that's because of all that, how I mentioned they've accumulated all these experiences and people around them. I think that's what it is. I also think that there might be, again, with that King of Wands, they might have jealousy issues as well, which kind of ends up spiraling into them just falling into their own unhealthy patterns, that, I said they got a lot of devils on they had a lot of devils on their shoulder, which they're healing through. I think that's another thing that they're healing through. They know that if they want to be in that divine energy, that they need to not be operating with a space where they can't allow their person to be free just as they want to be, right? You both want your hearts to be free and liberated in that love that you have for each other. It's really important not to get caught up in someone else's karma. It's so important, that message, because that's when you really begin to honor the separation period, okay? Because actually, not only are you allowing them to handle what they need to without you getting caught up in that, you're also allowing yourself to find yourself, to become who you need to be in that time as well, okay? Because I feel like this is what someone's going through. They're releasing some kind of karmic, it's like I'm hearing karmic debt or just some kind of karmic attachment, okay? And it's something that, it's their personal journey. So asking too many questions or wanting to delve into it, needing to know answers, it's something that it's really important to avoid doing, because it's their situation. It's better to just honor that they're on that. And that's how you can also, oh my God, Leo at the bottom of the deck as well, again. And that's also how you can truly begin to honor them. People forget that, they talk about unconditional love and for your person, but you forget that that truly means unconditional love for yourself. That's how you can truly begin to honor that, actually. That they are on their journey too, and that's personal for them, right? Just as much as you begin to understand how to hold your boundaries, okay? Keeping on going, carrying on. Fixed signs, this is a card for fixed signs, which includes Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, okay? Someone's driven. Again, it does feel like they want to be someone who's secure. There's something about this really important, security for somebody, okay? there's someone who's quite reliable when they're in their power state, okay? It could be a new moon, could be important, the next new moon, okay? Also springtime, something might have happened in springtime to really kind of increase their awareness, some kind of enlightenment, okay? Oh, interesting, okay. So this is talking about autumn time could be important, especially Scorpio season or even Scorpio energies. Something like that's going to be important in terms of them really realizing that basically finding the difference between what they need to move towards and what they need to release, okay, in terms of actually doing that in the physical. Now they've been realizing this, but it's about how they're actually paying this out in their physical, okay? Earth signs could be important. Practical, again, dependable, grounded. It does say also things could be stuck, and I think that's to do with that someone's still clearing through this so they can show up, right? So it feels like it's stuck, but actually there's work being done behind the scenes. And if you're connected to this person, you're absolutely guided to kind of carry on, as in for you, you know, to stay on your purpose. And if this is you, then you're guided to keep putting in that work that you're doing to release this heavy load, because it is gaining strength. And with this Eight of Wands, the World, and Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, that this is where it's going, that's positive, right? That's positive. Taurus energy, again, the Hierophant. So something about, I feel like someone's seeing, you know how I said that they needed to be in that separation to realize what they truly want? They're realizing their values, their value system. And the difference is they want to act accordingly, or they're going to get to that state at least. I think right about now they're reflecting a lot, and that's not always the best thing to do, because sometimes you can just get in that state. Yeah. The High Priestess, intuition, inner knowing, silence, secrets, yeah. That's why they're reflecting, because they know that there's some stuff that they still need to truly take accountability for. Okay. And sometimes it's really important to remember that actually you need to hold your vision and handle what you've got to handle when it comes to taking accountability, so you can actually move forward. And, you know, that's that divine masculine energy as well, the action, right? Water sign could be important as well. So this element of water, intuitive, emotional, compassionate, okay? Things are fluid right now. And that's because someone really is getting to the point where they're beginning to understand that it's going to be their action. And it's kind of like they're in that space where they're trying to understand, okay, so if they need to reveal the truth here, how are they going to do that? And I think this is something that's been holding them back for a while. Ascension, they're having upgrades right now. They're seeing past the 3D realm. It's really important right now. That's what's going to help them get into this energy where they're going to see their strength, the courage that they do have. By removing the false masks that they've been wearing, it's like they're going to gain the courage of their heart's truth to move forward. Okay. But like I say, they're reflecting right now, right? Anchor, again, stability, dependable. Number 35, number 9. Enduring, solid, they are persevering through this, because I can tell that it's like, for some reason, it's like as if it's already trickling slowly. So I think that there's something that's truly deeply embedded, like in the cellular memory that they've had to really, they are having to clear through. That's been the driver of all of these destructive energies. They've had a lot of attachments. Okay, willpower, fortitude. They're gaining the advantage here in this situation, which is where they begin to honor their truth and operate from that as well. Okay, they've been restrained. They have by these unconditional love, Celtic knot at the bottom of the deck. They have been restrained, and I also think that, you know, it's almost like energetic attachments and imprints. You know, they've allowed others to almost manipulate their energy because it's been feeding their ego. Okay, and ego can look like many different things to many different people. Even what they thought was healthy love, but actually turned out to be that karmic energy. You know, things like that. It's the light bulb. They're becoming enlightened. Okay, they're seeing things clearly. They're having those aha moments, which is what I was saying, that it's like the information is suddenly coming in fast. I think when they're having epiphanies and realization, it's like it's sudden and it all just suddenly it's making sense, right? And number 26, okay, epiphanies. Revealing, realizing, enlightenment, breakthrough, discovery. And that's another thing they're going to have to themselves reveal what's been going on here. Ball and chain. Oof. Addictions and restrictions. I really think, again, that's big here. I think that wherever this energy is that they've has been holding them down. I think that it's way more than just a karmic attachment, as into another person. I think it's everything that's been driving that beneath the surface. It's much deeper. Codependency, baggage, way down, trapped. And again, I think they've been trapped in their own mind. That has been leading to them being trapped in situations with others around them. Okay. They are balancing this karma. They're releasing these, just keep seeing like illusionary ways of living, you know. They're realizing it's just heavy. They don't want to keep doing that. They're feeling the weight of this, and as a king of wands, like, you're in your courage and your strength, that's going to really impact you, you know. Archer, on target, quick, precise, implementing a strategy. I think that, you know, that's number one as well. I think that's to do with the 8 of Wands. It's like they suddenly really want to come through with this new cycle, and this 2 of Cups is absolute divine alignment when it comes to their soul their soul person is what I usually say, okay. And this is also why, if this is someone you're connected to, it's so important to always, as I say, trust the divine unfold, because there are reasons beyond your knowing sometimes, you know, and it's so important to honour the energy that's circulating within you, okay? Because if that's an energy that truly is connected to your person, then that's one of the best things you can do as well. And I always say the best thing you can do with a person is to kind of let them go. And that doesn't mean like disconnect. It's almost like releasing attachment, okay? So it's not about forgetting them or letting them go or anything like that in that sense. It's more about just honoring that, actually, let me call that power back to me. Where do I need to focus? So you can really align your energy centers without attaching it to them, because actually you start to ask yourself, wait, I know what I deserve, so why am I not giving that to me? Why am I trying to wait for someone else, you know, to give that to me or to feed that for me? You understand yourself, you unravel yourself, and that's so important, because that then gives them the room to do what they need to do, that energetic room. Like I say, if you're energetically connected, and with this mortar and pestle, something about alchemy again, and blending and brewing, I have a feeling that maybe you are, you know, breaking things down, making something new, concoction, medicine. It also says something about potions here. So I don't know, maybe that's something to do with that karmic attachment, which again can be from lifetimes, you know, not just this current life. So there could be something about that as well, okay? Maybe this is another reason why it's important to have your boundaries and not get caught up in someone else's karma, because if there is something like that going on, you want to steer clear, stay in your lane, boundaries, right? And that's certainly when you ask yourself, why are you trying to get anything else? I knew it. From them, the snake, that's that sexual energy. That's what's been getting them trapped. There's this silent treatment, there's jealousy, there's deception, there's betrayal, toxic, it says, okay? Seduction, sexuality, counterproductive, jealousy, backstabbing. And right underneath that snake was the birds, and this is about communication, okay? So number 12, number 7, communicating, making contact, texting or calling somebody, noisy, someone's nervous, someone might be quite nervous. I think this is a silent treatment. I think there has been silence here, and it's because someone's been dealing with this energy that I told you is much more deep rooted. It's like whatever they've been attached to in that level, or whether there is that sexuality that they're still healing and clearing through. Also those jealousies that were coming through before, right? They themselves might feel like they betrayed somebody, and now it's like they're really nervous about making contact, about communicating. There's something about negotiating here, so it's kind of like healthily connecting with each other. It does say ADHD as well, so maybe that relates to somebody. They might have come across as quite flighty in the past as well, flighty. But again, I think it's because they weren't grounded in their emotion, but with that anchor and that energy that was coming through about them being dependable, this has changed. Okay, number 21, number 8, 21st of August maybe, mountains, obstacles, yeah, that makes sense. This is what it's been. They might have come across as really indifferent or cold. Maybe they blocked you, or there was some kind of thing going on there. Delays, pride. Yeah, pride. Solitude. Again, I think that this is because they left you in solitude, if anything, actually, or whoever it is the other way around, whoever's watching this. Fireworks. That's that lusty energy again, passion, desire, which can be so beautiful, this chemistry, but with it coming out with the obstacles and the snake, I don't know. Exhilaration, excitement, explosive, hot sex. New year, there might be something about the new year, things truly do change. Okay. But obviously there's a build-up right now. This is coming out now for a reason. Kiss, desire. I've heard something about they're missing someone's kisses or something. That's come through. But again, I think that there's been something about lust here that they have just has really controlled them with that Tower and the Eight of Swords. But they're learning. Again, this is why it's kind of been, things are fluid, because that's not something that's just easy going to be suddenly. Oh my God, then we've got the Clover, and that says rendezvous, unexpected rendezvous, a quick kind of fling. So again, 2 and 6. Of course, the Clover is about luck as well. Okay, so maybe you had this kind of unexpected rendezvous or something with them that they're also reflecting on. Okay, keep saying you, so maybe this is actually the person you're connected to. Okay, a fling, carefree. I think this is the energy they've been in. Flings, carefree. You know, there is something about good fortune and a reward, and I think with the fireworks, I think that's actually someone who truly is overcoming. Man at the bottom of the deck, masculine energy. Energies, not genders. They really are overcoming this obstacle, and this is why they're so nervous, but they want to come forward with the 8 of Wands. They want to talk, they do want to, and they're seeing fireworks, they're seeing this like reward, truly. I'm hearing reward for good behaviour. So if you're aligning with your divine self, this isn't about being good for anyone else. It's truly just about you finding your center, your divine alignment, your soul's truth. You know, it's not even about anyone else. Oh, okay, so book. And this is to do with kind of hidden secrets, hidden knowledge. Again, secrets, 2610. Mystery. They might be finding out some kind of information themselves here that's like hidden or being done in secretive ways, okay? The unknown, manuscripts. Intellectual. I did say something about there's someone who learns things quickly, okay? Philosophy. Author. Maybe one of you is a writer. The cross. That could mean something to someone. The cross. Okay. Number 36, destiny. Yeah, this is destiny. This is, again, why it's part of their karmic cycles here. Emotional loss. It's been a necessity. There's been sorrow, but it's been part of their duty, their fate. You know, the sorrow they experience, the trials. So they're being divinely guided, though. Massively being divinely guided throughout all of this. Which is why I feel like their emotions are so fluid, and that's why I said it feels like it's just like constantly from one cup to another, trying to find that balance. But this is what they need to do so they can find that strength here. Coffin, okay, and then we've got also balance. Oh my God, I just said that. Balance. Oh, number 5, centered. Integrating opposing forces. That's exactly what it feels like they're doing here. Integrating opposing forces within them. Head and heart, remember. Feeling complete, well-being, equality, awareness, just right flow. They're finding their flow. With this coffin, though, it does come with 8 and 9, could be important. September and August. Death, loss, discouraged, absent-minded, defeated, down and out, over and done, endings, dull beginnings. I'm sorry, breakups. That's interesting as a beginnings. That says breakup. But I think maybe it's those endings that really allow these new beginnings to flourish. And I think that's that Ace of Pentacles and Ace of Cups, you know. The heart is speaking and someone's finally listening and surrounding it in the ways that they can right now. As they're still healing. Oh my God, the Wheel of Fortune, karma, cycles. This is just confirmation. This is out of your hands. Destiny is unfolding right now. This is all about the decisions that they're going to be making. And they're seeing it. They're seeing it clearly. And I think that by the looks of things, they're doing things in the right way. They're trying to... they don't want to put a foot wrong because they've been there before they've done that, okay? Forces of the universe, getting what you want. Synchronicity, destiny is out of your hands. Fate, karma, cycles. It's real. Wow. This is such a personal journey. This is what they need to be doing to finally find that inner union. Wow. Oh, okay. Feminine energies just come out. Oh, divine intervention. Perfect timing. That's beautiful. 16. Ascension. Oh my God, you two met in a very serendipitous way. That's what's, and moving forwards, there's going to be a very divinely timed and divinely orchestrated meeting, re-meeting, reunion. As above, so below. Promises kept. Someone wants to keep their promises. Whatever they said to you that felt like they betrayed you, they want to keep their promise. Light codes, yeah, there's a lot of light codes coming through with this ascension, which is what's really helping them to clear through and align themselves, which is also what's helping this feminine energy to see things differently and clear. She's clearing her energy body, and she's understanding, you know, by clearing through her physical body as well, it's going to really help her so she can really receive that clearly. You know, aligning herself. So that's beautiful. Duality. That, don't forget, that's like that divine masculine, divine feminine energy within you, finding that duality within. Wow, that's really beautiful. Divine intervention, number 16. Number 29 as well. That's beautiful. Woman. Megaphone at the bottom of the deck. There could be some kind of announcement coming, which again, with that fireworks, that celebration, that clover, that luck, you know. It's beautiful. Ooh, finding out more information, number 27, the magnifying glass. Interesting. Doing research. Maybe that's what you're doing. You're doing research right now. Maybe that's where that book energy was coming through as well, okay? And don't forget the Page of Swords. I was saying, someone's really learning. They really are. Just confirmation here. Wow. Scorpio season is going to be important because I feel like there's something about North Star. Your true destiny, your true path, your inner guidance is so trusting right now. So number 3 here. I'm hearing like 27th of March as well, maybe. True path, guiding light, clarity, hope, certainty, confidence, protection. The moon at the bottom of the deck there as well. So again, I think it's that clearing through that subconscious state. That's divine feminine as well, 32 and 8. Fantasy, psyche, affection, recognition. Recognition, again, celebration, recognition. Interesting. Book as well. Artistic, it says on here as well. So there could be something about that, especially with this like wands energy. Don't forget the Queen of Wands kept wanting to come through. So there could be something about your creativity that you're really channeling that's really helping this energy to release what it needs to and find that flow again, that divine feminine flow within. So I wanted to just find out what the messages are from the divine masculine here to the divine feminine. Number 4 could be important here. Expand your concept of what our connection is, or divine counterpart connection. It's more than romance. It's a deep soul activation to heal in order to embody love and light. Important, number 4 again. My inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way I needed them to. I am reacting from that wound. That's confirmation of what was coming through before, okay? Number 6, I miss you. Let's both stop running away. I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. And that's confirmation what was coming through before about, you know, they've had to have that separation to realize that's what they truly want. They don't want to be separated from that, their heart, their truth, their love. Number 6 again, communication. Okay, this says, please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. You don't need to contact them physically. I don't like, unless they reach out to you first and you feel like you need to respond again from the heart space, especially if it feels out of alignment, which you'll understand, then, you know, your honesty, your truth. But, you know, sometimes it even is just that, you know, sending them a prayer and sending them love, and that's it. You remember, you got to call that power energy back to you. You're actually going to help them if you truly are connecting the energy body, okay? Because you can't become attached, and that's when you get to recognize if there's still something that you need to heal through, okay? But they do want to contact you because the 8 of Wands, which is what, again, they're going to contact you. So important. Number 3, my heart is with another right now. I have to finish this karmic contract in order to be free. It says my heart is with another, but I feel like that 3 of Swords that was at the bottom of the deck, I feel like it's more that the pain and the wounds from their heart space are still connected to somebody else that they're healing through and clearing through. Okay, especially if there was some kind of that wounds from the inner child playing out with them. Okay, and another communication card, number 7. I'll contact you when I'm able to. Right now, my life is too complicated to bring you into that. But to know that I do want to talk to you, and they're going to. That's come through with those other cards as well. This one at the bottom as well. Number 3, so union card, 3-3. The same divine energy flows in each of us. This energy is a catalyst to our reunion. We just need to allow this energy to work its magic. So work with that energy. Work with that, and it's just the most beautiful thing you can do with each other, okay? I'm getting called to quickly get some romance cards for you as well for this particular collective very soon. Be clear on what you want, because very soon someone's going to be wanting to make the effort. Make the effort with yourself as well on what it is that you're desiring, because yeah, there's something here that's going to be important. I do think someone might be getting some kind of external help as well, but they need to be mindful with, again, I think, like I said, someone's had attachments here. You know, someone's had attachment, so it's not about coming from that wounded space anymore. It's about understanding. I do think that someone's like they're getting understanding more of who they can trust and find that positive feedback from. so they can truly make the effort in a way that's healthy and more aligned, okay? Something about flirty energy is really important. Passion, yeah, there's lots of passion here, that's for sure. But also, you know, if you're connected to this person, you allow your heart and soul to sing, not from a place where it's restricted and like just purely lustful or sexual, but actually channel that into new different ways. That creativity was coming through for a reason, but even just anything that feels good to your heart space, that isn't just led by what could be how, you know, where their wounds could be leading them from. Do you know what I mean? So it's like healthily channeling that. This flirty energy is, someone needs to be really mindful with this. Whoever they're coming into contact with, or they need to learn how to put healthy boundaries up. They truly do, because there's something about that again, if it's feeding, they're like validating them, then so they've clearly got some healing they need to do. But whatever this is that they're exchanging energy with, and you know, it just said deception, forgiving and learning, and then reconciliation here as well. But maybe that's what it is. Maybe something in the past that they were like that with you. It wasn't just, you know. But whatever the case is, if you want that reunion, you're going to work with that energy. You've got to be mindful of it. Take it seriously. And when I say that, it's really just, again, your unconditional love is how you're loving yourself, how you're seeing yourself, and that you're worthy of that, right? Something beautiful ahead, truly, with the Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. And it all starts within. Just wanted to get last few cards. And we've got the Empress here, Venus. And then we've got Saturn, duties, and karmic cycles. Again, that's really big. And then, of course, this card did want to come through, Leo, Strength card. So this is telling me that there's something here where even the Divine Feminine, you need to focus on what cycles you're clearing through. Get really clear on what it is. It could be the smallest things sometimes, the choices that you're making daily throughout all of your, you know, your days. And it's like the where you're choosing to place your attention, you know, the intention behind that, you know, even just like whatever if you're still feeling like I'm hearing something about maybe you've had addictions yourself or something like that, or just something that an energy that you found it really difficult to work with. Again, it could be that sacral, you know, it could be your sexual energy as well. And this is Venus, remember, love, pleasure, beauty. But it's really about finding your courage. It's really going to help your person, you know, if you're truly connected in that energetic way. Courage, confidence, persuasion, wisdom, power, duty, accomplishment, cycles, structure, time. Again, time. That's the world as well, actually. So that's come out twice. So when I say the cycles are truly, like, they're in motion right now, which is a really good thing. It means it's not stuck. It's like you actually are going through it, but it's about recognizing it so that when you reach that point where you can finally change the result, do things differently, you really do. Again, this also is giving with this Venus Empress card that it's the Divine Feminine within that's being worked on right now, truly channeled. Beauty, attraction, charm, pleasure. I think these are very attractive energies because we have the King and Queen of Wands as well, which is why you're going to be attracting different things. And that, again, with that flirty energy, be mindful. Don't, you know, that snake energy, just don't fall into that quick fling sexual energy thing. And if you do feel like you're moving towards that, ask yourself the reason. You know, maybe if you truly want this Two of Cups energy, that true like union energy, then what is it that's still pulling you away? Be honest with yourself, because that's the way you can truly begin to address where you truly want to go, where your heart truly deserves to be. Okay, let me know if this message was for you in the comments. Sending so much love.